Last time out, we beat Udinese by 4-0 in the Europa League to secure a top 8 finish in Europe. We've had a few games since we last met, and we've just had our youth intake, so let's go with the fixtures we've had since we last met. Our first opponent since the Europa League game was against MacLeod. We beat them by 0 thanks to a penalty from David, even if it did look like we needed a bit of help to get over the line. The next game we had was against MacLeod, and it took 2 substitutes to come on to be really good. And we did win the game thankfully, though it took much longer than it should have done to get the win against MacLeod. The fact it took us until the 84th and 95th minute of the game to get the winning goals was disappointing in my mind. Jagiellonia Białystok was the next game that we had, and we were 3-0 up at half time, and I thought to myself, we should be fine, we're not going to drop points here. Then they got 3 goals in 10 minutes and 2 goals in the same minute. So that was annoying, and we were very lucky not to lose this game, honestly. Their chances were quite good. If only we didn't do this in the future, yeah? We can't afford to keep doing this at all. JLAB was the next team that we took on in the league, and this time we've beaten them. They've beaten us twice in the last 2 matches, but we finally got ourselves a win. Alexander Supreme with 2 assists, proving the deciding factor. David getting a brace was also good. It's just a shame that we didn't keep a clean sheet, but as far as I'm concerned, a win's a win, even if they had a lot of chances, which is not great, but we still won either way. We then took on Troyes in the Europa League Round of 16, the team we got drawn against and lost 2-1 after having taken the lead in the first half. Once again, we conceded 2 goals in the second half of the game. We were leading at half time, and this time we were made to pay for it. Troyes were really good, and we just didn't show up in the second half, despite the fact we were at one point looking very, very strong. We can't afford to do this against them in the next leg in Poland because, well, we can't afford to lose. We took on Wrocław and beat them by 0 in the next match to give us some momentum going into our Europa League game. And this is a match that told us we could do really well, even if we weren't at our absolute best. The goal we got felt kind of fortuitous, and we had to rotate the squad because of fitness concerns, so the fact we still won was even more impressive. We then took on Troyes in the second leg of the Europa League, and we beat them 3-2 in the night and 5-3 on penalties. And the last penalty taker, Michal Novak. Yeah, I somehow managed to screw this up and made it so Novak was taking our last penalty, but he scored either way. So, was I lucky? Potentially, but then you realise we equalised in the 92nd minute of the game to take it to extra time in the first place. They scored again, and then we scored in the 119th minute to take it to penalty. So, perhaps we were lucky, but we made our own luck, and we ensured we won on penalties. That's all I could ask for. And the draw for the next round in the quarterfinal is going to be done on the same day we got the intake, so we got that to look forward to, I suppose. The last game we had since we last met was against Wisla Krakow, and we won by 0 but it could have been 2. David missed the penalty. So I feel a little annoyed we didn't win by 2 but we still won either way, and we're absolutely dominating our opponents now, which is really lovely stuff. That being said, now we've only dropped 2 points since we come back for the winter break, and we're now 11 points clear at the top of the table. Remember when we were down in 12th place and 8 points behind the leaders? Yeah, that just shows you how quickly things can change, isn't it? And we've got 16 games without defeat in the league, so happy. That being said, this is our youth intake, and we got a Brazilian player, and I don't even know how, but there you go. So this has been a good intake in terms of personalities, apart from one player, and yeah, we're going to have to talk about this guy because he's actually quite good potential. There's Navotsky is the first player to talk about though, and he looks quite exciting. Look at him. He's 5'9", yes, but he could play as a DM and as a midfielder. I'm not going to play as a centre-back because I don't think he's worth it. He could be a ball midfielder, but I'm definitely going to use him as a deep line playmaker because he's 16 and has lots of potential. He's also consistent, so that's exciting. Yes, he's considered just a third-tier player right now, but he's only 16 and he's a mercenary, so he would like the money that I will offer him. If he wants money, we're the right place for that. I will say though, getting a Brazilian called Romario was not on my list of things I was expecting. He's fairly determined though, even if he's volatile and confrontational. He is still exciting, even if he's inconsistent and injury prone. So we're not going to have it all our ways. He is 6 foot as well, only has 8 aerial reach, so probably not ideal in that regards, but he could always be worse. He's actually got some good ability and I like him. He's also got 8 free kick taking, which is a bit surprising to say the least, but he won't be taking any free kicks anytime soon, unless for some reason he's taken them in the lower levels. I don't know why he would. I don't know why it's in my mind now, but there you go. Where Mario Salas da Silva is a good looking goalkeeper for the age of 15. He's awaiting paperwork to become a Polish citizen, so we won't have to worry about that for very much longer, so he will not be a foreign player after we sign him, hopefully, but yeah, I wasn't expecting this, and this is the way to tell they're from your country, or if you've been sent to them by a affiliate. He isn't from an affiliate, so he just moved to Poland when he was about 11 or 10, and he's been working to get his citizenship for the past couple of years, so fair play to the guy. I'm actually happy he's here though. Alex Made is another player that's joined us, and he's a centre-back who is very inconsistent and has a casual personality, so this is a problem. He looks like he could have great potential. Also, he likes to get forward whenever possible, so in my mind, while he's a promising centre-back, he's probably a left-back. And that's a weird thing to say, but with the trait to get forward whenever possible, I get the left-back vibe from him. Should I use him as that? Because he's got the crossing potential to do it. I don't know, maybe he is a wide centre-back or a left-back, but we'll have to figure out what to do with him. He is very inconsistent though, so we need to work on that. Radoslav Palasovsky is another player that could be of interest. Resolute personality, so he's got a good personality there. He is consistent as well, so we got a lot of things to like. He's also a right footer on the right wings when I don't use that, but we could train him to be an inverted winger. I just need to do it when he's further forward, so that's a problem. He's also got the ability to be a striker, which, with 5 finishing, isn't in my interest to do, I believe. But yeah, inverted winger on attack, we could do that. Even if he needs to work on a few things like his decision making and his anticipation, his passing, his long shots. He doesn't play through balls either, so that could be a problem. But yeah, definitely a winger right now. How I train him to be a better player, I don't know yet. Stanislav Bianetsky is another player that has a lot of good attributes already. He likes to get forward whenever possible, curls the ball, so they say he could be an advanced playmaker, attacking midfielder, or a shadow striker, which could be interesting. He could be a deep line forward as well, so if we need to go for that sort of route, we could. He's got a lot of attributes I like for these roles, but I play with advanced forward, or Mazzala, or box-to-box, so I think these could work. He definitely has the vibe of a player that I will use in midfield, so there's that. Definitely not a playmaker in my mind, but Mazzala in midfield, I think he can work with that role nicely. David Rudvetsky is a player that's exciting to me. 6'3", inverted winger on the right, and he could be an inverted winger on the left, and he could also be a striker if I need him to be there. But big problem, he's very inconsistent. He's volatile. Yes, he's determined, but he also runs with the ball down the right, so he's definitely feels like an inverted winger on the right. Though, does that mean he's going to cause problems when I want him to cut inside? He might do, actually, but definitely feels like a winger with that trait. I need to get rid of it, but inverted winger on attack definitely could do the role. Thomas Bazim is another good player that could be of great potential. He is inconsistent, yes, but he's an inverted winger on the left this time, and actually has the footiness for it, so that's perfect. He likes to knock the ball past his opponent, so he definitely works with the role nicely. He's unflappable with the media handling, and he's light-hearted, so a lot of things to like already. We just need him to improve and to not be so inconsistent, which we could definitely improve over time. Kamil Smola is another exciting young talent, but he's inconsistent and likes the ball to be played to his feet, so that's a concern. But he could be a DM as a deep line playmaker, so that's good. He likes to be a centre midfielder or a Mazzala again, but he's got potential to be really good in his roles if we allow him to thrive. He just needs to improve his speed a little bit for what I'm wanting. Other than that, he's good. Hubert Dvorsky is a right back, and probably the only right back I'm looking at here, but has 12 crossing as a right back, which is great. He likes to get forward whenever possible. He likes to shoot from distance with free finishing and likes to mark his opponent tightly. So I'm going to have to get rid of that trait, if I'm going to be honest with you. And, that's a problem, isn't it? But wingback on support definitely has the mold of a player I want there. And with Mateusz Kowalski already there, this could be a problem for him to get in the team, but long term, could absolutely get in the team. I'm excited for him. I just need him to improve. Yes, that's the last player I'm going to show you. We do have some other players from our affiliates, like this guy, but I don't think he's going to be amazing, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. And neither is Darius Dragon. But yeah, we got a few players that we can be happy with and who can be exciting young talent, but we just need to look at them and say, what can we do from here? But either way, a good load of intakes here. Oh, and my second team manager has just left us for Bayern Munich's second team, so that's fun. They're actually in the third tier, so I can actually see how he does in the second team of Bayern Munich. So congratulations to him. That being said, the Europa League quarter and semi-final draws are happening today. We do have a team we would like to take on. Why the fans want to take on Wolves, I don't know, but we have 8 teams left. I will say I am hoping that this is going to be the last time we are here. Oh my god, and Cuckoo's the person doing this. Christopher Nkunku, are you retired? You must be retired. He is. He retired at the age of 34. That's very young to have retired. He also signed for Bayern Munich in the first season as well. That's crazy to me, but okay. But yes, available teams left. Wolves, Leeds, Roma, Galatasaray, Lublin, RB Leipzig, Athletic Bilbao, and Gent. Udinese got knocked out by Gent, so I really want Gent or even Galatasaray so I can get through to the semi-final for the very first time. But here we are. We'll find out who we get. I'm going to go for free speed because I actually want this to go quickly, and I also want to do the draw, so let's see who we get given. And Brendan Rodgers' Wolves are the first team taken out of the hat. Who are they going to take on? I'm hoping... Okay, Leeds. They got Leeds. Great. So that's one less thing to worry about. 2 English clubs already sorted. I think we might get Leipzig potentially, but there you go. Roma are going to get their draw. They are home in the first leg. They are going to be taking on Galatasaray, which is not great. I want Galatasaray as one of my possible opponents, but either way, we're at home for the first leg. That's not great. Smolik is our star player, apparently, and we're going to get RB Leipzig. Oh, great. Okay, so it's Bilbao versus Gent. I was hoping we'll get Gent, quite frankly, but Bilbao hosts that first game. They go to Belgium with the second leg. But either way, we got an opportunity to do well here, and that's really exciting. I think we could do well against Leipzig. I really do. Even if Leipzig are a terrifying team. That being said, we've never taken on Leipzig either, so first sign of everything, I suppose. Okay, so Wolves and Leeds, Roma and Galatasaray, ourselves and Leipzig, and Bilbao and Gent. I'd love to get Gent, personally, if Gent can get past Bilbao, but I don't think they will. It's either that or we want Roma and Galatasaray, but I'm expecting it to be a difficult tie. So, Nkunku, are you going to give me a good draw here? You've literally given Wolves and Leeds the first game. Okay, they are hosting the first leg. Who are they going to get? Roma Galatasaray. Okay, so we are getting Gent and Athletic Bilbao. All right. We're going to be the hosts, aren't we, in this one? Yep, we are. Okay. If we get to the final, we need to beat Leipzig and Bilbao. I believe we've taken on Bilbao in the past. We've beaten Gent already this year. I need to double check this. I think we've taken on Bilbao in the past, haven't we? It turns out we have taken on Bilbao in the past. It was in the Europa League, but they beat us 2-0 at their grounds. So I don't think we're actually going to beat them, if I'm honest with you. So either way, that was about 4 years ago, so things have changed since then. We're actually winning trophies, for goodness sake, at this point, and they are still not winning trophies. It's a completely different look team as well, like, now I think about it. The midfield's completely different. If you look at the 2 centre midfielders and the 2 wingers, that is a completely different look team now. And while Mateusz Kowalski was in the team, he wasn't really doing well for us, and we're still just starting to get into the team. So 4 years has changed a lot of our team at this point. And if we win this game, then we'll be taking on Bilbao or Gent. Jen, I know we can beat. We've already beaten her this season. But Bilbao, that's going to be an interesting tie. What I'm going to do, though, is actually end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys like and share this video and that you also subscribe to the channel. It really does help me a lot. What do you think of this draw? Do you think we can get past them? And if we do you think we can get past Jen or Bilbao? I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on all of that down below. But either way, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.